So today we are hosting our special guest, Mr. Złotek, who is one of the greatest teachers in our school.
No, not really, no.
Yeah.
So today we'll focus on the World Youth Days. So the first question, what do you think about World Youth Days, and is it in your opinion a great venture?
Yes, I think it certainly is, because if it wasn't, the previous World Youth Days, which were first started by our Pope John Paul II, wouldn't have gathered so many participants from all around the world. Let me just remind you that the absolute record was beaten in Manila in 1995, where more or less 5 million young people came together with the Pope to meet Jesus Christ. So it is really a great venture. This is not only the, let's say, ritual, but this is a providential event. Also a request made by young people towards the clergy, the Pope, to help them to accompany them through their ways of life. It is also a great opportunity to meet other people from literally every single country in the world, to get to know their culture, their way of life, maybe languages. It's also a great way to abolish stereotypes. There isn't going to be such an event in Poland for next generations, I think, in your life or the life of your children. So yeah, this is the only event of its kind, and it is certainly a great venture.
Okay. And have you ever had the possibility to participate in the World Youth Days? Or maybe do you want to go this year?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I had the possibility, but I have never taken it.
Yeah.
I have never gone to the World Youth Days. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't feel the need to do it. I didn't feel the need to go. For me, it was much more important to participate in pilgrimages of our Pope John Paul II, pilgrimages to Poland. And I remember the first one was in the year of 1983, a memorable meeting where when 2 million people gathered in the rain at the Muchowiec airfield in Katowice. So it was the first one. Then there was Kraków in 1997 and the canonization of Queen Jadwiga. And again, sorry, another memorable meeting in Gliwice in 1999. Very unexpected. Although we can say it was double, because the first meeting that was scheduled first, the Pope couldn't arrive, but unexpectedly arrived a couple of days later. And for what I did at that time to get there, to Gliwice, I would certainly be fired now from school nowadays. But this is a longer story. Much longer story, and not with the topic. So yes, there was also the national pilgrimage to Rome in 2000. So I think such events were much more important for me than the World Youth Days. That's why I have never participated in them.
So
and
do you want to go this
yeah, coming back to your second part of the question, this time I have no choice and I have to go because as you probably know, and most probably I'm answering already one of your next questions. I'm kind of organizing World Youth Days in the Rybnik region, and not only me. There are 4 of us, 4 people preparing it. I mean much more, but I will talk about it later. And although I'm not a youth anymore, I will have to go. Apart from the preparations that in my case have already been going on for more than one and a half years, I will be leading the Rybnik's group to Kraków, the weekend group, because as you probably know, there are three different, let's say, how can we call it? Three different groups going to Kraków. One for a week, the whole week. The other one for not the weekend, 3 days, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I will be leading the group for the vigil with the Pope on Sunday, and the final mass that's going to take place now. I have messed up something, yes. Okay, vigil on Saturday with the Pope, and then the final mass on Sunday. The first two groups will be led by two priests from Rybnik, and I'm taking the third one. So, as I said, I have no choice and I have to go. Okay, so yeah, I will be present there, and I'm hoping for one more thing to realize, to come true, but I'd rather not talk about it yet.
Okay.
If it comes true, I will be really satisfied. But as I said, I'd rather not talk about it yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
So let's go on. Next question. We know that you are involved in organization of the World Youth Days in our region. What does your involvement look like?
Overall preparations have been going on for a pretty long time already. Sorry, but I'm personally involved in it for more than 1.5 years. And it's all started with the request of my parish priest to set up a center in our parish in Wielopole. I come from Wielopole. And what?
Good to know.
Yeah, and so he asked me to do it, and he didn't realize that I will have to do something more. I didn't realize it as well. So I finally ended up in the region, and maybe a couple of words of explanation how it looks like, because the whole Katowice Archdiocese is divided into 7 regions. There is the Katowice region, then Rybnik, Jastrzębie, Żory, Tychy, Chorzów. I'm missing one. Władysław? Yes. Okay, so there are 7 regions, and 7, let's say, people which are priests mainly, only priests who are responsible for the regions. In our region, the main coordinator is Father Marek Bernacki from Rybnik, and the whole region is composed of more than 50 parishes. So the Rybnik region includes cities like or towns like Rybnik, Czerwionka, Dębieńsko, Knurów, Niedobczyce, Radlin, those areas, Boguszowice, and apart from Father Marek Bernacki, as I said, there are 3 of us who are sort of helping him, which is me, Agnieszka Dudek from Rybnik, and Sylwek Czukaj from Wilcza or Knurów, I think. I don't remember now. So of course there is a division of work. There are 3 of us, so the work, the duties are divided. But you simply do what has to be done. Yes, so everybody has his or her part. But as I said, you do what it needs to be done. But your question was concerned my involvement, personal involvement. So first of all, okay. So maybe no. Let's do it like this. If I'm talking about myself, you can have in mind also those three people working together. Two people working together. Yes. Agnieszka and Silver, because as I said, you simply do what you have to do. Sometimes you are responsible for a single event or single things to complete, but sometimes you help the other two people to do it. Yes, so I'd rather talk about the preparations as such. Yes, global preparations, global in Rybnik. Okay. So, as I said, first of all, there are lots of meetings, and meetings, lots of them. Like, for example, meetings in the town hall with the president and his working group. And I must admit that without his help and without the help of the town hall, the city, or the town of Rybnik, we wouldn't do much because they helped us a lot. They gave us quite a lot of money to organize exactly 2 days. Because the pilgrims, the young people that will come to the World Youth Days, I mean, World Youth Days are divided into two parts. First, 1 week, so-called days in dioceses, and the second one are the central events in Kraków. So, first, the young people will come here to Rybnik, and we will have to take care of them. There will be more than 3,200 people, and of course divided into those all parishes. Yes, also in Knurów, also in the Miejsko, Rybnik, and stuff. There will be lots of events.
Yeah.
So the town hall and the president, Piotr Kuczera, helped us a lot to organize 2 days, which is... I'm not going to talk about the whole program, because it's very detailed, so there is no point in talking about that, but those 2 days, Thursday and Sunday, 2 crucial days in Rybnik, when lots of different and interesting things and events will be taking place in Rybnik. So the town hall organized concerts. Yeah, I have just forgotten the names of the bands who will be playing, but they are well-known bands like Sound and Grace, for example, or literally I have forgotten them.
Okay.
I knew them. Okay, maybe that's not important. So lots of concerts, lots of events. Of course, everybody is welcome. Not only the participants, not only the families hosting the pilgrims, but everybody from Rybnik is invited. Lots of different things, lots of interesting things, which we wouldn't have been able to organize if it hadn't been for the president's help. So, meetings in the town hall first. Then meetings with these centers in the parishes that organize this World Youth Days in parishes where the pilgrims will stay. There is already division who will be staying, I mean which nationality will be staying in which parish, but for now it's a secret and I cannot talk about it yet, because something may change and the people may have complaints. Oh, you said that we are going to host the Italians, but they didn't come, and you said that we were going to host the people from the Caribbean, and they didn't come. So meetings with the parish centers, young people who, as I said, are preparing their parishes for the World Youth Days. Then meetings with the people who will be somehow involved also in the World Youth Days because of their, let's say, profession. So I was talking to the directors of hospitals, for example, in Rybnik, where the young people will have to go to, let's say, to, how can I say that, to fulfill the merciful deeds. They have such a duty during this week to do certain merciful duties to people living here in Rybnik. So mainly the patients of hospitals, old people, and stuff. Yeah. So I was talking to to some directors of Rybnik's hospitals. Then, of course, the meetings with the families, hosting the pilgrims. Of course, the meeting with our, let's say, management. Yes, this core group, 3 people and the priest. Lots of meetings, lots of talking, lots of complaints and stuff. Also the meetings with the fraternity, I always forget this name, Tiberiad from Belgium. But I will be talking about them later because our school also will be involved in some kind of event. So as I said, meetings, and this is just the first point.
Oh.
Do you have lots of time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So then also some visits outside Rybnik, in Piekaro, in Katowice, that took place last year. Also, I personally organized also the meeting of the parish centers. Last year, it was last year to sum up and summarize all the preparations that have been done so far in the parishes. So I had to prepare it. I mean, there were 2 such meetings. One prepared by Father Marek, as I said, and the other prepared by me in a different place. Okay, then I'm personally responsible for the language side of the World Youth Days. I had to gather, I collect, let's say, the people, the teachers, translators, people who know different languages quite well to communicate, to translate and to help the groups that will come to Rybnik. Because as I said, there will be many different countries present here, beginning with, let's say, normal, regular European ones like large group from Italy, Ukraine, large group from France, Belgium, Hungary. I'm not hungry yet, but they will be coming from Hungary, Germany. I have to use the notes: Croatia, Slovakia, and Great Britain. But there will be also some exotic countries I hoped for to host in my parish, but unfortunately I didn't get them. I hoped for some free holidays in the future. But no, I will have to go to Italy again. And I reveal the secret right now, never mind. So there will be people from South Korea in Rybnik, from Argentina, Salvador, Barbados, Caribbean islands, Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil, the Philippines, Argentina, Lebanon, Mexico, the United States. So we need lots of people who will help those groups, those people, those nationalities to find themselves in our city, to lead them somewhere, to guide them somewhere if they want to see something or to visit something. I can see you're bored now already. No. Lots of talking. Yeah, so this is the language side. And currently, right now, I'm preparing the free language courses for the families who will host the young people. So again, lots of phone calls, lots of emails, because I have to coordinate the teachers who agreed to help us for free. They will be teaching from March till the end of June for free, for nothing, because also the courses will be free. The families won't have to pay for it. And it's very hard to find somebody who will do something for free. So you have to coordinate the teachers, the place, the time, the group. You have to find the people who will be willing to participate. And then, sorry for my cough.
No problem.
And so, as I said, lots of phone calls, emails, talks. So this is the current duty I have to take care of. Then personally I have prepared so-called kolędowanie, so singing carols, which took part on the 10th of January in the Franciscan church in Rybnik. So again, calls. I had to gather the groups, the bands who will sing the carols, and okay. Then together with Agnieszka Dudek we prepared the event that we called Rybnik for the Pope, which took place on the 16th of October last year in Basilica. And also I took part in the event which took place last year that was called Rybnik dla Pokoju. So again, events, meetings, phone calls, emails, and again between that, emails, phone calls, meetings and stuff like this. Okay, yeah, there are much more things. I don't know if you...
Okay, so as we heard, you had a lot of things.
And again, as I said, I will be leading the group to Kraków,
Yeah.
so it is really time consuming. And yes, and that's it. I mean, as I said, lots of other things, because apart from the region, I have to prepare it also in Wielopole. So another part is Wielopole, so which I do in between. Yes, so collecting money, because we are not financed by anyone. As I said, Rybnik helped us a lot. But apart from the concerts and the events for Thursday and Sunday, we have to feed the pilgrims on Thursday. We have no money for it, so we have to collect them. We are not financed by anyone, so we have to collect the money. Selling gadgets, first producing gadgets. Oh, I didn't talk about gadgets. First you have to produce the gadgets, then you have to sell them to have the money. And okay. Okay, no, many other things.
But despite having so much work to do, are you excited about that? About going to Kraków?
No, I'm not excited, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm really scared how if we manage to do everything that we have to do, and I'm scared I'm not alone with it. Yes, there are, as I said, 4 other people. And also young people in the parishes, yes, so maybe it won't be that bad, but I'm really scared about what is going to happen next July here in Rybnik.
Okay.
But recently, the other day, I was talking to my friend who works in this in Kraków, in this very center in Kraków, organizing World Youth Days. And she said that we are much more prepared than them in Kraków. They are missing lots of places, lots of families to host the pilgrims in Kraków. I don't know if they are worried about it or not. And I must boast that our region is, I think, at the highest level of preparation from all the regions in Katowice. But as I said, thanks to our town hall and the president as well. Yeah.
So, what do you think this special time brings into all the participants' life?
The World Youth Days is a great international gathering of young people. who, together with their priests, clergy, bishops, and the Pope, gather in one place, in one single place, to meet the real host. Because the real host won't be the Pope at all, yes? It will be Jesus Christ, so they are meeting together with the Pope to meet Jesus Christ, yes? And as I said, 200, no, I didn't say that. So the people coming will be literally from 200 countries all over the world. And I think there are more or less 200 countries in the world. So I think that every single person will come with their own expectations and needs. So it's very difficult to talk about some general things, because as I said, every single person will come with different expectations, different needs. Yes, and I'm quite positive that they will finally find what they seek for. Because as I said, it's a meeting not with the Pope himself, but he will be only the participant, one of those 2.5 million people, estimated 2.5 million people who will come here. He will be one of the participants to meet Jesus Christ. But if you meet Jesus Christ, it always leaves you permanent. It always leaves a permanent mark on you. So everybody will certainly gain what they are looking for and what they need. And this year's day's motto is "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy." And what I'm sure of is that the participants will come to learn exactly that. The thing which I think is the hardest thing in every human being's life, how to forgive. Yes, and I think they will learn it. No, I'm sure they will learn it here in Krakow. I don't know if you are satisfied with the answer. Maybe you expected something different, but this is what I feel. Okay.
This is the most important, because you are involved in this and you know a lot about it. So I think you are sure.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure. No. Okay. I'm just kidding. Mm-hmm.
So the last question. Are you going to offer accommodation to some international foreign participants?
Unfortunately not, and luckily not. Unfortunately, because, it's always good to have such people, because they are not regular people who will come here. Yes? I think they are very special people. But on the other hand, I will have not only me, but as I said, if I say me, you have to think about also the people helping, this core group helping to prepare those days in Rybnik. So I will have literally 3,200 people on my head during this week. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be able to take care of the guests in my house. I will also have to take care of those 21 Italians that will come to Wielopole. So 3,200 people plus 21 Italians I can manage, but I wouldn't be able to manage 2 more in my house, no. So I'm not hosting, unfortunately, because no, really, I wouldn't be able to do it, because I wouldn't be able to offer them the proper care. I will have to be everywhere at the same time, both in Wielopole and in Rybnik. And as I mentioned before, I'm scared of it, if it will come all right. So no, I'm not hosting anybody.
Okay.
Blessed are the merciful, Blessed are the merciful, blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy.
If Lord did not forgive our sins, who could stand?
But He forgives us, thus we shall do. We shall do as our God.
Blessed are the merciful, blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the merciful, blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy.
Lord's Son's blood removed our debt. The Son rose from the dead.
Jesus, the Lord Spirit says within us, reveal this truth to the world.
Blessed are the merciful, blessed are the merciful,